and people feared had to bring that man down. You know what I'm saying? So they can say what they want to say about me. I don't care. I know it ain't me. And you know, frankly, I don't. I'm not worried about a FG. I'm not worried about a Joe Shine. I'm not worried about a Lip Dog. Now, this motherfucker they need to be looking at. Lip Dog got kidnapped and told on every nigga in the hood. But he's still in the hood. He's still in the hood fucking with niggas. This nigga sent me. No, shit, this real shit. All these niggas running their motherfucking mouth, right? This nigga talking all this shit. This nigga got kidnapped. And when that nigga got kidnapped, he told on every motherfucking body in the hood. Wow. That nigga was telling everything that was going on death row. And he's still over there. They embraced that bullshit. I didn't embrace it. Nigga, you foul to do that. Because it is what it is. I mean, people gonna start seeing what they have to see. FG, if you want to go and do a podcast, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So I ain't tripping. But it's a lot of shit that he's saying that don't make sense to me. It don't make sense at all. And yeah, I'm sure. I know it's him. Oh, the paperwork authentic or this. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about that dumb shit. I ain't playing that shit. I didn't have no beef with none of the homies. It wasn't a beef with the homies. It was homies getting killed with the death row fighting, going back and forth with the bullshit, should I say. I didn't have no issues with no FG and nobody on the outside. Then 2000, one of the homeboys was killed over there in the town. I'm the only nigga that's pissed off and mad that we losing good motherfuckers. So nobody didn't have time. I ain't sat on no block and sold dope since 80 goddamn 5. I went to prison. You feel me? I got out. I ain't mad at none of these niggas. I ain't mad at no Alex Alonso. I ain't mad at no FG. I ain't mad at no Reggie. I ain't mad at none of them niggas. I ain't mad at none of them niggas. It just fucked up that, you know, a nigga is doing his thing on this podcast shit, and these niggas feel like this is hot news, community news and shit. Nigga, please. Now, if I'm in the hood, I can understand this shit. If I'm in the hood, still banging, representing that red rag, then I understand that shit. Now we know what we got to do. Now we know what we got to do. Don't wait 22 years and then I got...
Yo, it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in politic and fellowship with all my political partners. Mob James just did an interview with a guy by the name of Rail on the Digital Soapbox Network, and y'all go tap into that. I'm going to have a link in the description box where he was asked questions and really just had a conversation about these allegations that's coming from FG. We saw where the paperwork hit online. They left links out there, and they actually have links in that description box here where they say that's what this paperwork will be, where they are saying that the paperwork is not real. Things are written in on the paperwork. I don't care about the paperwork. I don't read paperwork. I don't understand it like that. I can read and comprehend, but I don't know how to tell the paperwork is real or fake because I'm not a street nigga. I don't go to jail. I don't go to prison. I'm not a gangster. So guess what? I have no concern if you are a snitch or not, really, to be honest. This is about the message just being put out with Big Ant. But they question a lot of statements that FG made. FG did the interview with Alex Alonso on Street TV, Street Television. Then he also he's doing the interview right now that's leaking out with AGTV, where he's telling his story, saying what went on. He said it's known by other members that went to jail that with him that when they looked at the paper, when they looked at what they had on him, they knew it was Mob James. They said Mob James got down. They brought up other conversations in this whole interview, basically combating everything that FG said. Well, not everything, but they made certain things. Some of the things that they said and pointed out of FG's conversation didn't really make sense from their standpoint to me, as in why does that matter? Not saying that he's lying. I'm not saying that Mob James is lying. I just wasn't there. I wasn't a part of this. This was way before my time, nigga. I don't even know how old I was then. But that's way before my time. I'm just saying the points that they was making didn't matter at certain times to the conversation that needed to be had. Now, when you say the paperwork is fake and you say it's not real, I can't combat that because I don't know. And then they said, how do you gonna know? He even questioned, like, why would the feds waste their time on a $1,700 case and everything like that? And I was like, fam, if that's the case, why would they even go out there? Why would the feds be chasing somebody down for $1,700, period? I feel like if they'll go after for somebody for $1,700, then they'll put whatever in and pay somebody. That's just my personal opinion. If the feds is chasing somebody down over $1,700 or a $1,700 crime, they obviously trying to build a RICO. So that was one of the things. Like, okay, I don't really get what that means, because if they chase somebody for $1,700, a $1,700 crime, then of course I feel like at the end of the day, if they feel like this $1,700 crime is important, they looking at this person as a factor. So when the guy was speaking, I understand you might be from the streets. I think he said he had experience, but some of the points y'all were making didn't matter to me. I'm not saying Mob James is lying or telling the truth. And this is why I get to my second point. I'm coming here to put it out there because from my understanding and what I took from it, Mob James would not answer the question. Well, every time the snitching stuff came up, he was dancing around. Most people that I know, if somebody say some shit like that to them, they're not gonna dance around it. They're gonna answer it directly. So I have no choice after time and time goes on. Then I hear you speak on the current situation again on Clubhouse with Whack 100. Instead, he not answering the question directly. You're talking in circles. So whether this paperwork is real or fake, I can care less, to be honest with you, or from other sides. I'm coming to say that Mob James came out, said that's not him in these pictures, said the stuff that FGA making no sense, still wasn't answering the question. I need to hear, I ain't never snitched on nobody, I ain't never told on nobody, I ain't never got nobody locked up. I hear that, then hey, that's what I put that out as. But you did come in and speak about it with this guy, and I want to be fair and to be clear. I'm not trying to out Mob James as no snitch. I'm not trying to question nobody gangster. I'm not a gangster. I'm talking about the message getting put to these kids needs to be clear and direct. And even older niggas, clear and direct. All y'all idolizing and pushing this shit, make sure you ready for what you really doing out here, fam. Because if you do crime, you rob, you kill, you steal, you do all this gangster shit, but then once it's time to pay for that, and you tell on your homeboys, that means that you are a coward. You don't want to do the time or take responsibility and accountability for what you did. And guess what? Every gang has a bunch of those niggas running around. Every clique, every crew, every hood, not every single one, but y'all know what I'm saying. In every city, every town, is some of them niggas that's gonna do all that gangster shit, and then when it's time to face the consequences, they ain't ready. Death, prison, jail, betrayal, slimed out, niggas trying to fuck your baby mama, robbing, stealing, killing, getting fucked over, feeling treated, doing all this shit, and then nobody really having respect for you at the end of the day. That's part of the street life. Some people can avoid this. They got a chance to make a decision. Man, you know what? I don't want to do this shit. I want to switch it up. I don't want to be from a gang. I don't want to be part of a clique. I don't want to be a trapper. Some niggas, they not going to really have that option because they don't have no parents that'll teach them. They feel like that's their only option. So by the law of the land and the law of the universe, they going to get caught up in it and they might have to go through this bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's all I'm putting out there, dog. Make the right decision and understand you gonna have consequences to all this shit. Subscribe to the channel, Urban Politicians TV. More videos, more interviews, more vlogs, more podcasts, more live broadcasts, and more commentary, man. 1000. Stay on your pivot for shit show.